First thing right off the top, flag football game. I have thoughts.
Can I share my initial thought?
Yep.
I think everyone is overreacting to this big time.
100.
Okay. Glad we're on the same page.
Yeah. So, I would compare what they played when they played the USA flag football team. I would compare that to um golf as to putt putt.
Yeah. Like a professional putt player probably could beat Tiger Woods in a putt game.
Yes.
I get exactly what you're saying. I agree with that.
Because and for people that are like confused at what I'm saying, flag football was originally invented as a less contact way to play the NFL college football version of American football.
Right.
What the USA flag football team plays is not that. It is a completely different sport that just happens to be on a football field with some crossover and like receivers throwing balls. But like the two quarterback set, that's not a real thing. The way that they run offensive play schemes, none of that would work if you put those guys in pads and with NFL rules on a NFL sized field. And I don't think, when you ask NFL guys to go in and play flag football, they're thinking like 7-on-7 camp,
Right.
not this a completely other thing that is not football. I mean, I watched 2 games. I watched where the NFL guys played each other, and that was entertaining because it just looked like football without pads and flags instead.
Like the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I watched them play the USA team, I was like, this isn't football.
It was. I like there were like I have friends that were like reacting to it and stuff on Twitter. They're like, I cannot believe that the NFL players are getting beat this badly, and I'm just like, okay. First of all, the NFL team is comprised of Tom Brady, who is no longer playing, Luke Kuechly, who is no longer playing, I Show Speed, who is a Twitch streamer, and Logan Paul, who is a wildly overrated WWE athlete. So first off, the NFL team wasn't even all active NFL players. Also, the receivers on the NFL team were like DeAndre Hopkins and Odell Beckham Jr. I'm like, if this was 2014, it would have probably been a lot more entertaining because Tom Brady and Luke Kuechly would have both been active at that point as well. So we're like, we're looking at guys that are either retired at the end of their career or not even NFL players. I mean, granted, Saquon was there. Jalen Hurts was there. I think Jaden Daniels was playing as well. You know, there were a couple other. Devontae Smith, I think, was playing too. So there were a couple like active NFL players, but it was not a team full of the perfect picks for a flag football team. And you mix that, you couple that with the fact that Team USA has been practicing and playing this version of flag football. That's what they do. Are we going to sit here and say that if the NFL players hadn't had a chance to prepare for like 365 days, that they would still have lost that game? No,
I give them
no shot.
Give them 90 days. You said 90 days you're going to learn. I think they beat them by 30.
Yeah, like they literally just showed up. Sean Payton was calling plays for one of the teams. Shout out Sean Payton. And I'm just like, the season just ended a month and a half ago. There's no chance that any of these guys had any time to prepare for this, let alone Sean Payton being an NFL play caller, knowing how to call flag football plays. I'm just like, this is purely for entertainment. This is purely entertainment, and I think everyone is wildly overreacting to the outcome of those games. And it's kind of embarrassing, honestly. People whose opinions I respect about football. I'm like, What are you saying? Are you saying this just for clicks? Like, if it is, I respect it. But do you believe this? Like, I need some clarity here.
Yeah, I mean, the coaches didn't even understand the rules. Like,
No.
they didn't get it either. And I think if you and Sean Payton's a perfect example. I think if you gave Sean Payton like 3 months and you said, "Hey, every wild formation that you've ever dreamed of that you thought, hey, we're playing against NFL cornerbacks, it's way too risky. Put together a playbook of the wildest, like Madden style wide receiver sets that you can come up with." He could do it and be like, "Oh, so I'm just gonna go out there and play Madden is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play offensive coordinator like this is Texas Tech 2016."
Yeah. Oh, and by the
And
way, all of your receivers have a good 6 inches on all of the cornerbacks that they're playing against.
right.
So, and you're 100% have a speed advantage across the board.
I mean, Odell Beckham is broken down and old. And when Burrow was like throwing this all out the window, I'm going to throw this towards the back of the end zone, Odell. Just go up and get it. And he one-handed it. I was
Flashbacks
like,
of his time with the Giants. I'm like, yep, OBJ still got a little bit in him.
I was like, yeah, we could do this. But I mean, it's just it's not fun to watch. I'd rather watch Ultimate Frisbee.
Yeah. It does
Like-
it does raise an interesting question though about the 2028 Olympics. You know, because like hockey is hockey, basketball is basketball, flag football is not football.
No.
So do we send Team USA, the team that was playing out there with the what's the quarterback's name? Doug Doucette or something like that?
yeah.
Do we send him and his guys because they've been prepping for this and they probably could go out there and win the whole thing? Or do we send our very best football players?
Well, something that I because I was asking myself that question when I was watching it, and I was trying to figure out what is it that the USA flag football team has that we don't have. And the one thing that I will say they have is there are at least 4 guys on the field at all time who know how to throw a football.
Yeah.
That would not be hard in the NFL to go, okay, how many wide receivers? Because all of these guys played quarterback at some level of football, especially if they were like the dude on their high school team. But like if you said, like, let's pretend Julian Edelman's not old and broken down. He played quarterback in college.
Right.
So if you said, "Hey, Julian, you're gonna be on this flag football team," you're right. You're not Randy Moss, but we need guys that can at any one time have a ball lateral to them and they can throw one down field in a smaller field that is not, that things are moving really fast. We're not asking you to throw it 60 yards on a dime. That I think was the thing that I noticed. And I thought, I bet there's a bunch of wide receivers in the NFL and tight ends that probably played quarterback pretty proficiently at the high school level, that if you gave them like a couple of months with a quarterback coach, they could go out there and you could say, yeah, we've got these 2 quarterbacks we're going to run, and then we got 2 wide receivers that can throw a football.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I noticed that I thought that they have. And that's weird because our guys are lining up in shotgun like it's Monday night, and Burrow's dropping back, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you guys don't understand how to play this."
Yeah, it was evident. It was evident when Joe Burrow stepped on the field that we didn't get it. That's Joe Burrow's not a flag football quarter. Like we've literally had this conversation. It's on the internet for people to go back and look. Kyler Murray is the ideal quarterback for this type of football. He's small,
yeah,
very, very quick, very, very fast, can catch the football. He's super athletic and can throw the ball wherever it needs to go. The fact, I mean,
there were a couple of times where Jane Daniels got it where I went.
He was the other name that we all kind of mentioned. We were having that conversation a while ago. Jane Daniels, Lamar Jackson. I think Bo Nix could be a really great option in flag football. And Kyler Murray. Like, those are my 4 guys. Maybe Jalen Hurts can play too. I mean, he's got all those intangibles too, but he's not twitchy like those other 4 that I listed. Like Jalen Daniels or Jalen Hurts is fast, but he's not twitchy.
I think probably because we got 2 years. I think probably by by then the two guys that make the most sense are Bo Nix and Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Because those guys will have 2 more years under their belt. They're young and they don't have a lot going on in their life. And so if you said, hey, during the offseason for the next 2 years, you're going to work on playing flag football, they'd probably be all about it. Some of the other guys have got like lives and they're married and they got kids and they're not going to want to do it. It's like USA basketball. When the US was finally getting beat and they were like, hey, you want to play on the Olympic team? And guys were like, sure. They were like, now remember, the next 4 summers, you're going to have to play for like 6 weeks during the summer. You're going to have to play an international competition. And that list of guys that were interested dwindled down pretty quick, where guys were like, I don't want to commit. I just want to show up and play and I don't want to commit. But but for people overreacting, this is not that serious.
No, it was good. It was dope to see Tom Brady out there. He still throw the football like Tom Brady.
Yeah.
It was one of those, it's like, dang, yeah, he's pushing 50 and is still a better thrower of the football than literally 99.999% of the world. This is crazy.